Hello, everyone. Welcome to the market opening bell for Thursday, October 23rd, your 10-minute guide to the stock market. The US government shutdown has reached its 22nd day, the second longest in history. Democrats and Republicans remain sharply divided on extending healthcare subsidies. US President Trump is set to depart for Asia this week, and the shutdown could extend into November, surpassing the 35-day record set during his first term. Hong Kong stocks fell, ending two consecutive sessions of gains. The Hang Seng Index opened 129 points lower, with initial losses narrowing to 79 points at 25,947 before declining further. It dropped as much as 373 points to 25,653 before noon, closing down 245 points or 0.9% at 25,781. Take share index fell 78 points or 0.8% to 9,223, while the Hang Seng Tech Index dropped 84 points or 1.4% to 5,923. Total market turnover was 2.2 was 2.27 total market turnover was 2,275 billion. Total market turnover was 227.5 billion Hong Kong dollars. Southbound trading turnover was 106.5 billion, with southbound funds recording a net inflow of 10.018 billion. Notable net purchases included Tracker Fund at 1.994 billion, CNOOC 1.425 billion, SMIC 642 million, Tencent 308 million, Mart 240 million, Shandong High Speed Holdings 145 million, and Innovent Biologics 121 million. Net sales included Net Hua Hong Semiconductor at 297 million and Xiaomi 222 million. Statistics show southbound funds have net sold Alibaba for 4 consecutive days, totaling $4.345 billion. China's Asia indexes closed lower. The Shanghai Composite Index held above 3,900, closing at 3,913, down 2 points or 0.07%. The Shenzhen Component Index closed at 12,996, down 80 points or 0.6%. The Chinex Index closed at 3,059, down 24 points or 0.8%. Total turnover in Shanghai and Shenzhen markets was 1.6678 trillion yuan. The renminbi US dollar central parity rate was lower by 24 points to 7.0954. Technically, the Hang Seng Index regained but lost the 26,000 level again, falling below the 10-day moving average at 25,908 and 50-day moving average at 25,927. The 9-day RSI has also remained below the 50 midline. National Bureau of Statistics data shows that the urban unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 age group fell 0.6 percentage points month-on-month to 17.7% in September. Unemployment rates for the 25 to 29 and 30 to 59 age groups were 7.2% and 3.9% respectively, flat and down 0.1 percentage points month-on-month. Gold prices recorded the largest single-day drop in over a decade. Lingbao fell 4.7%. Zijin Mining, Zhaojin Mining, and Shandong Gold declined 1.7% to 2.4%. Gold jewelry retailers Chao Sang and Chow Tai Fook dropped 4.9% and 5.7% respectively. Lao Pu Gold fell 8.2% after a 4.5% discounted placement, raising net proceeds of 2.707 billion yuan. That's 2.707 billion Hong Kong dollars. NIO delivered over 10,000 vehicles last week with record sales of the Onvo L90, and its stock rose 1.7%. BYD and XPeng fell 1% and 1.8% respectively. Xiaomi saw a decline in last week's auto sales, potentially requiring promotions, with its stock down 0.3%. JD.com began auctioning the special edition National Good Car 001 on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Starting at 1 yuan, it reached 100,000 yuan within seconds, over 800,000 yuan within a minute, and exceeded 10 million yuan in 16 minutes. Within an hour, it attracted over 200,000 viewers and over 1,100 bidders, with the highest bid surpassing 25 million yuan. Previously, JD announced a partnership with GAC Group and CATL to launch the National Good Car, with JD focusing on user insights and sales channels rather than manufacturing. Baidu's autonomous driving ride-hailing platform, Luobo Kuaipao, announced a strategic partnership with Postbus, a subsidiary of Swiss Post, to launch the Amigo autonomous driving service in Switzerland. Testing is expected to begin in December in the cantons of St. Gallen, Outer Appenzell, and Inner Appenzell, with fully driverless operations targeted for Q1 2027. Passengers will book via a mobile app for exclusive or shared rides accommodating up to 4 people. To date, Luobo Kuaipao has entered 16 cities globally, including Hong Kong, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi, providing over 14 million rides and accumulating over 200 million kilometers of safe driving. China Unicom reported first three-quarter results with operating revenue of 292.985 billion yuan, up 1% year-on-year, including service revenue of 261.637 billion yuan, up 1.1%. Net profit was 20 billion yuan, up 5.1%. Overall, the company delivered steady performance with slow revenue growth but notable profit acceleration driven by cost control and digital intelligence business development. Unicom Cloud revenue reached 52.9 billion yuan, with computing power achieving scale breakthroughs. Data center revenue was 21.4 billion yuan, up 8.9%. Compared to peers, China Unicom's Q3 profit growth of 5.4% outperformed China Mobile at 1.4% and China Telecom at 3.6%. The company also disclosed plans to spin off its subsidiary, Unicom Zhiwang Technology, for listing on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange China Export. Top Sports reported interim results for the 6 months ended August, impacted by volatile offline retail consumption and foot traffic. Revenue was 12.3 billion yuan, down 5.8% year-on-year. Gross profit was 5.037 billion yuan, down 6.1%. Net profit was 789 million yuan, down 9.7%, with EPS of 12.72 cents. Interim dividend is 13 cents, down from 14 cents last year. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent confirmed the White House is considering restrictions on exports of U.S.-made software products to China, raising concerns over escalating U.S. export controls. Combined with disappointing earnings from some companies, U.S. stocks fell. The VIX fear gauge rose 0.73 points or 4.1% to 18.6. The Dow closed at 46,590, down 334 points or 0.7%. The S&P 500 fell 35 points or 0.5% to 6,699. The Nasdaq dropped 213 points or 0.9% to 22,740. The Nasdaq Golden Dragon China Index, reflecting Chinese ADRs, fell 76 points or 0.9% to 8,202. Netflix plunged 10% after earnings missed expectations due to a tax dispute with Brazilian authorities. Texas Instruments fell 5.6% on weaker than expected results and a lowered quarterly outlook, pressuring the semiconductor sector. AT&T dropped 2% after Q3 revenue missed estimates. Tesla reported after the close that Q3 revenue rose about 12% to $28.1 billion, beating expectations of $26.37 billion and halting 2 quarters of declines. However, adjusted earnings per share of 50 cents missed the expected 54 cents, with shares falling about 2% after hours. Vehicle deliveries hit a record high, with automotive revenue up 6% to 21.2 billion US dollars. European sales continue to decline, partly due to consumer backlash against Musk and competition from other EV makers. The company reiterated its prior view that global trade and fiscal policy changes are hard to quantify. Tesla confirmed Cybercab, Tesla Semi, and Megapack 3 will enter mass production in 2026 as planned, with the first generation Optimus humanoid robot production line under active construction. IBM reported Q3 adjusted earnings per share of $2.65, up 15% year-on-year, beating expectations of $2.45. Revenue grew 9% to $16.3 billion, exceeding estimates of $16.1 billion. IBM raised its full-year revenue growth outlook to over 5% and free cash flow guidance to about $14 billion from $13.5 billion. However, shares fell 5% after hours. Our stock pick today is Black Sesame, stock code 2533. Black Sesame primarily provides intelligent automotive system on chip (SoC) and SoC-based autonomous driving solutions in China, as well as intelligent imaging solutions. In the first half of this year, the group continued to deepen cooperation with leading customers such as Geely, BYD, Dongfeng, and FAW. ADAS solutions based on the A1000 series chips have achieved mass production and shipment on models including Geely Galaxy E8, Xinyao 8, the new Dongfeng E-Pi 007, Dongfeng E-Pi 008, and multiple models from other leading automakers, while delivering ongoing shipments and advancing engineering R&D for related ADAS platforms. The group has secured new domestic and international model designations from additional customers, with the number of designated models becoming increasingly diverse. In addition to new domestic designations, it has continued to add multiple designated models from various overseas customers, with overseas designations reaching a record high in terms of both models and quantity in the first half of this year. The group is steadily advancing the commercialization of ADAS solutions based on the C1200 series chips, high-speed navigation assist, urban memory navigation, and memory parking functions developed jointly with ecosystem partners have completed testing and validation in multiple cities and are about to achieve mass production deployment in projects from several leading new energy vehicle customers. At the same time, in the first half of 2025, the group launched a safe intelligent base architecture based on the C1200 series chips, which ensures functional safety for core features while providing flexible computing power expansion and modular upgrade support, fully covering intelligent needs from entry-level to flagship vehicle models. It is currently undergoing validation with OEMs. ADAS solutions based on the A2000 series chips are currently in the development and validation phase, fully supporting all scenario urban NOA applications and extensible to L3 and L4 scenarios. The group's self-developed toolchain and algorithms are mature and ready, while closely collaborating with leading algorithm partners to drive development and optimization, and partnering with top tier 1 suppliers to jointly build and validate solutions. The goal is to achieve destinations and mass production agreements with leading automaker customers within this year, promoting the deployment and business expansion of high computing power intelligent driving chips and open and leading edge algorithm solutions. In the robotics sector, the group is developing a little brain solution based on the 1200 series chips for robot motion control functions, as well as an embodied intelligence big brain solution based on the A2000 chips for perception and computing functions in intelligent robots. The group has reached strategic cooperation with leading humanoid robot companies, and through investments in robotics firms, is jointly developing multi-modal perception compute modules for high dynamic environments, driving the ecosystem and business expansion of chips and embodied intelligence solutions. In the unmanned logistics vehicle sector, the group has partnered with ecosystem collaborators to create an L4 intelligent driving system based on its chips and proprietary laser vision in integrated sensors, enabling multi-modal end-to-end large model capabilities for low-speed L4 functions in enclosed scenarios, such as ports and industrial parks, is currently in continuous shipment. Recommendation buy at $21.50, first target $23.20, then $24. Stop loss at $20.50. I do not hold the above stock.